This video is for week 7 Friday. We are coming up on writing our first essay of the year, and before we get into that, we need to talk about what writing effective thesis statements entail. So let's get started. First of all, what is a thesis statement? Well, we've got several ideas right here. A thesis statement is a sentence, and in this sentence you're going to express your position, your belief, or interpretation of a particular subject. You're going to make a claim that somebody else might dispute. They might not agree with you, but it's your claim. The thesis statement can be found in the opening paragraph, so it goes in the introduction, and more specifically, it is one sentence, the very last sentence of that introduction. So a thesis statement is one sentence, and it's the very last sentence of your introduction. The thesis statement also answers the question of the writing prompt. So your teacher gives you a prompt that you are supposed to discuss, and that thesis statement answers it. And a thesis statement tells the reader what to expect from the paper. So somebody made a really good comparison earlier this year. If you've ever been to see like a movie, been to the movie theater or a drive-in, you have all of these wonderful movie previews that show, what you can expect in the future. A thesis statement does the same thing. It's a preview of the paper. Writing literary analysis thesis statements. Let's look at this note up here. An analytical writing prompt asks you to prove an abstract idea. Abstract ideas are things that are not tangible, they're not physical. So maybe you're talking about symbolism or the representation of something, but you're going to talk about those abstract ideas by using concrete evidence, things that are tangible. So in order to write a literary analysis statement, we have to have the following things right here. A subject. Usually, the abstract portion of the writing prompt, such as characterization, tone, theme, mood, symbolism, those are abstract ideas. And when I say abstract, I mean anything that's not concrete. The concrete element is the literary device that we are using to prove our claim. So concrete elements are things that are tangible. I can see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, hear it. And the literary devices, those are going to be things that I can see in the text or that I can hear, things like onomatopoeia. And then the last thing that I have to have in my statement is my claim, what I want to say about it. An effective thesis statement makes a claim about what the writer of the essay believes to be true. And because the claim is an opinion, the writer has to offer evidence to support and explain why the opinion is valid. So the thesis statement lets the reader of the essay know from the very beginning of your paper what you intend to prove in your essay. I always like to tell my kids that you can have any opinion in the world. You can make any claim that you like, but your opinions and your claims are not going to be relevant unless you can justify them, unless you can prove what you're thinking. So here's a sample prompt that you might write for a thesis statement. This is something that you might see in the future. Read the passage carefully. In a well-written essay, explain how the author uses figurative language to characterize the unnamed narrator. So this is not your actual writing prompt. This is just a sample. Right here, when it says how the author uses figurative language, this is concrete. This is the evidence that we are going to use, concrete evidence, figurative language. I can see this in the text. But your subject, your abstract idea, is the characterization of the narrator. Here's a note. You must answer the questions of the prompt. Do not just reword the prompt. So let's break this down. What are the questions of this writing prompt? What kind of character is the narrator? That's our abstract. What literary elements reveal that characterization? The concrete. And what's your claim about the narrator's character? Okay, so I just want to point out that this cannot be answered yet because we don't have our thesis statement. This is just the writing prompt that I would give. Let's look at a sample thesis statement and then we can answer these 3 questions. So here's a sample thesis statement that's very typical of most beginning writers, or many beginning writers. In The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, the author uses many different types of figurative language to characterize the unnamed narrator. So I do want to point out two good things that this person did. In your thesis statement, if it's about a book, or if it's a literary analysis, a book, a song, a poem, you do want to have the title and the author's name. So they did a very good job mentioning that. Okay, what's the subject of this thesis statement? What's my abstract element? The characterization of the unnamed narrator. So right here. Remember, the subject, the abstract, is something that I cannot see. It's an idea. Characterization is an idea. What literary elements reveal the characterization? What's my concrete? What is the solid thing that the solid piece of evidence that I'm going to use to back up my abstract idea? They're figurative language. I can go in the text and see the figurative language. What's the writer's claim about Poe's unnamed narrator? This key element of a thesis is missing. There's no opinion. The thesis only restated the writing prompt. It just reworded the writing prompt. They didn't tell me what they believe about the unnamed narrator. So I'm missing a key component of my thesis statement, and we don't want to be like these beginning writers. Now let's look at a thesis statement from a more advanced student. Now they are going to answer all of the questions of the prompt. In The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, the unnamed narrator is portrayed as insane, cold-hearted murderer through Poe's use of figurative language, such as personification and metaphors. This is so much more detailed, and I do want to point out that even though it's more detailed, this thesis statement does not have evidence in it. That is a key to a thesis statement. It tells the reader your opinion and what they can expect to find in the paper, but does not offer text evidence yet. So what's the subject? What is the abstract element in this thesis statement? It's the characterization of the narrator. And what literary elements, literary elements reveal that characterization? What's the concrete? Specific or figurative language, but you could even say specifically personification and metaphors. And then third, what's the writer's claim about the narrator? What is their opinion? What do they believe? The writer answers the abstract part of the prompt by stating the narrator is an insane and cold-hearted murderer. So this is their belief right here that they are going to try to prove in the rest of the essay. So now it's your turn. I want you to read the following sample thesis statement, and you're going to identify the subject and the writer's opinion in the thesis statement. Write one sentence right here that specifically explains what makes each an effective thesis statement. So here's the prompt. Read the following story carefully, then in a well-organized essay, analyze how the author's use of imagery and details creates the tone of the story. Here we are. In The Telltale Heart, the auditory imagery and dark details create a menacing tone. So what is the subject? What's the abstract element? What thing is not tangible? The tone of The Telltale Heart. What literary elements, what concrete evidence am I going to use to reveal that abstract element? The auditory imagery and dark details. And then what is the writer's claim? What are they saying about the tone? What was their claim about it? It's a menacing tone. So I want you to explain, is this an effective thesis statement? Why or why not? Okay, here's another one. In The Telltale Heart, prompt. There's a new prompt. Read the following story carefully, and then in a well-organized essay, analyze how the author's use of language contributes to its mood. So we've gone from imagery to language, and from tone to mood. In The Telltale Heart, the author's use of pronouns and connotative diction contributes to the horrifying mood of the story. What's the subject? What is the abstract idea we're going to be talking about? the Telltale Heart's mood? What literary elements, what's the concrete that reveal the abstract? So what kind of evidence will we be pulling? The use of pronouns and connotative diction. And then what is the writer's claim about their subject? What is their opinion about the mood? The author believes the Telltale Heart has a horrifying mood. And then I want you to explain whether this is effective or not. Okay, so this is activity 2, and I do want to point out this slide right here has already been done for you. This is just an example slide. So activity 2, how to evaluate a literary analysis thesis statement. Okay, in the prompts and thesis statement below, cross out the words in the thesis that are taken directly from the prompt. And then I want you to examine what's left. Does it answer the abstract question of the prompt, which is always going to be a what question? Some of the answers have been provided for you. So here's our prompt. Read the passage carefully. In a well-written essay, explain how the author uses figurative language to characterize the unnamed narrator. What is the abstract question? What kind of character is the narrator? Okay, so you're going to have the question in several slides of what's the abstract question. Right here is where you would answer it. The abstract is what kind of character is the narrator. Here's our thesis. In The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, the author uses many different types of figurative language to characterize the unnamed narrator. If I go back, it tells me to cross out any words that are directly taken from the prompt. So we want to mark out the author uses and figurative language to characterize the unnamed narrator. And then let's look at the rest of this and examine it. In The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, many different types. Well, this is the type of inappropriate thesis statement often written by beginning writers. What's the answer to the question? Many different types doesn't tell me what kind of character the narrator is. So this prompt cannot answer the abstract. Here's one for you to do. In the prompts and thesis statements below, cross out the words in the thesis that are taken directly from the prompt. You're going to do that. Examine what is left. Does it answer the abstract question of the prompt, which is always going to be a what question? Let's look at this. Here's our prompt. Write an essay in which you analyze how Poe uses connotative diction and details to create a specific mood in The Telltale Heart. What is the abstract question? I started it here. What? And then I want you to type out the abstract question. Here's the thesis statement. In The Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe uses suspenseful diction and details to create a feeling of terror. In this thesis statement, mark out any words that were taken directly from the prompt and examine the rest. What is the answer to the abstract question in what's left? So we're going to do that here, on this slide, this one, and let's get to activity 3. Read the following excerpt from The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Then fill in the blanks on the next slide to complete the literary analysis thesis statement that follows it. Make sure each statement includes an opinion. I'm not going to read this with you. You can read that. But here are the fill in the blank. You've got 2. In the story The Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe uses, give me 2 literary devices right here. So foreshadowing, metaphors, similes, things like that. I will have a Bitmoji over here that will connect you to a page with different literary devices that you can choose from. So you're going to pick 2 literary devices that convey a blank tone. So you need to identify what kind of tone you think this is. And here's number 2. In the story The Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe uses sound devices such as, give me 2 literary devices here, to emphasize the growing blank of the narrator. And then you're done. Make sure you submit your work by clicking the Turn In button in the top right corner of Cami.